Okay, this question is from Cozy Toothbrush, who's asking, how do you manage to work out legs and play soccer? At one point, I bought I bought an 85-pound weight vest and a 15-pound weight vest, right? So 100 pounds total. And in my mind, I was saying, okay, if I walk to work, which is about maybe a mile and a half, maybe a little short of 2 miles. If I walk to work and back home with 100 pounds weights, that'll be my weight training for soccer. And what happened was I became good at walking slowly with very heavy weight, right? But if anything, my soccer got worse. And it got worse because you're never really walking around in soccer with 100 pounds, right? That wasn't good. It wasn't good training. And you could argue that, okay, maybe some weightlifting when you're working explosive and developing legs, that it could translate into better play. And I think that's true in certain ways. Lifting very heavy weight for short periods of time can be tremendously helpful, but just in that context, it wasn't helpful. However, this thing is the game changer. This is an RMT rope, and it's a simple rope. You could buy some length of rope from your local hardware store, or you can order an RMT rope on Amazon. If you search David Weck, W-E-C-K, this gentleman, he invented these rope flow patterns, right? Rope flow patterns. And right when I start training beginners, first I tell them just to start swinging it, right? Just to do a nice underhand swing. And what this is gonna do, first of all, if you haven't already, and you could use a jump rope, right? You could use a jump rope. You could even use a rope that's not even that long, right? If you even have a short rope, and you can just start swinging it, right? Just to develop a nice rhythm. So what this is gonna do, it's gonna improve your ball striking, your balance, your coordination, your timing, your weight transfer. I noticed every single part of my game improved just through swinging this rope around, right? And the magic comes when you start learning different rope flow patterns. Especially, you want to Google the alternating underhand sneak, and it looks like this. And why this is tremendously helpful and beneficial is because let's see if I can't really do it where you can see this position. If you notice, pardon me. Okay, so this is the alternating underhand sneak. And if you'll notice, I'm gonna whip my arms down and pop my knee up. And there's a phrase in neurology, right? In the study of the brain that goes, things that wire together, fire together. And what that means is, when I'm practicing in a low impact way, whipping my arms down and popping my knee up, that's a runner's pose, right? That's a sprinter's pose, right? So I'm here. So you're whipping your arms down, popping the knee up, getting up onto your toes. So now you're doing balance training in a low impact, hyper efficient, hyper effective way. Right, I bring this rope everywhere. I brought this rope to Amsterdam, to France. Right, you're getting into that position, and right, that's a juggle, right? Popping the knee up, that's a knee juggle. That's a volley, right? It's everything. So if you're talking about working your legs, look no further, my friend, than the RMT rope that you could make with your bare hands, which gives it right, I promise, once you learn this thing, you'll never look back. So Google search alternating underhand sneak tutorial. You could also Google how to make an RMT rope, or just buy one online. But I think I would learn how to make them, right? Because then you could start to share this joy. The more you teach, the more you learn, and vice versa. And I like a rope. I like a rope that's a little bit softer, so it doesn't chew up your hands. You want your rope to be longer, a little bit longer than, right? This is a little bit longer than you are tall. So if I'm 5'10" on a good day, then this is, you could call this 6'10", right? That's how long this rope is. And then, right, if it's a little bit longer, you could always tie some longer handles or make some knots so that it shortens up. And then, yeah, so working the legs. So yes, working the legs. The second thing I want to say, 1 second. If you're not doing balance training already, I would start to do that. And the reason is because, right, David Weck, he also says that on a chessboard of athletics, balance is king. So what we have here is a slack block. Okay, we have a slack block. I have a balance wobble board from Amazon Basics. I have a blackboard training tool. This is from Germany, I believe. But it doesn't matter which one you have in the beginning, but the whole point is to start to appreciate, right? You want to start to incorporate into your daily practice routine, or passive, right? If you have a standing desk or a counter where you could start to do some work, or if you're in school or you're sitting at a desk spending time doing whatever you're doing, either studying for work or studying for school, and you're on your rump or you're on your butt, I would start working at a standing desk, start to engage, right? Even passively, little things add up. So you could start to incorporate balance training into your daily routine, and this is gonna make you so sore that you're gonna have problems playing soccer. If anything, this is gonna make you more nimble, more balanced, prevent more injuries just by doing some simple balance stuff 2 minutes, 3 minutes a day, right? So, and this is a versatile and cheap, right, wobble board. Got this puppy for Christmas. The slack block, a little pricey, but definitely worth it. This is from slackbow.com, and then blackboardtrainingus.com, or just search Blackboard Training. So that's point number 2, right? Incorporate balance training into your daily routine. The third thing I want to say is, if you can't juggle for 5 minutes straight, I think you got to go back to the ball, because you'll notice, right? Like, if you keep a ball up straight for 5 minutes, your legs will start to be sore. I've developed this habit of bringing a tennis ball with me everywhere I go. So even if you can only do one juggle with a tennis ball, I would still bring it with you everywhere you go. Then start getting touches, right? With the thigh, right? Tennis ball, portable, lightweight, cheap, and you could bring it everywhere. Just start getting touches. Right, I'm in the kitchen, right? How many touches has that been just as I'm speaking, right? So as your volume of touches increases, you're gonna sharpen your touch. The sharper your touch, the more dangerous you are on the field. And juggling's pretty low impact, where even if you started juggling an hour every day, you could still play a full 90-minute game, because it's not a super high intense. You have to be pretty high level to start to develop to where you're juggling at such a high intensity where it's actually going to diminish your game, right? So For that reason, I would incorporate, I would start with juggling first before I got into any type of, spend a lot of time on leg exercises. And then, my buddy Ty_Ty.fitness_, check him out on Instagram. He's one of the best jugglers I know. All great players are great jugglers, right? Not all great jugglers are great players, but all great players are great jugglers. He told me to buy this 2.2 pound heavy ball on Amazon, right? It's a reactor ball by Champion Barbell. And when paired with the light ball, right? Light ball, heavy ball, really gonna sharpen your touch. Man, I tell you what, juggling this light ball and this heavy ball, that's a leg workout right there. So something that I would consider. In terms of, right, you think about leg workouts, you want to maybe get faster, get stronger, and then also prevent injuries. If you check out Ben Patrick's Knees Over Toes series, or just Google search Knees Over Toes guy, he's got a lot of resources where you can just start, walking backwards, leg raises, some of these, right? Some of these guys at home, right? So there's a lot of things that you could do without necessarily having to go to a gym or invest in a weight set. Even a pull-up bar, hanging from a pull-up bar. You think about a monkey, right? Think about how strong a monkey is, and they don't lift no weights. They're just hanging from trees, swinging, playing. So, right, a lot of things to consider, but I hope some of those ideas help you just discover more ideas and help with your training. So reach out with any questions. Thanks for your time. Okay.